So as I told you before, now we are going to create a run animation more detailed and considering the arms. I will actually start talking about a bit about the arms because they will be important for giving the speed and the energy of the run cycle. By rotating the chest, and by rotating the chest, it's very visible, the arms, is the rotating the chest and showing the muscles, the tense muscles, will give that better idea of speed and the energy of the run cycle, not so much as, for example, in walk cycle, where you can play a bit in the arms with the delays of the arms and the hands, but in a more relaxed way. In this case, we really want them to be tense, okay? I'm going to start with the chest. So in the previous exercise, we started with the contact pose because we were making this analogy with the walk cycle. But when we do run cycles, it's easier to start not in the contact pose, but in the up pose. Because in the walk cycle, the more equilibrated poses are the contact and the passing, because you can see where the weight is distributed and the way that the character stands, they support the weight. The contact pose is divided by the 2 feet, and the passing pose, everything is in that foot that is on the ground. But in the run cycle, I don't feel like these poses are the more relevant for the energy of the movement. I prefer to start the running pose with the up or with the down. And in this up pose, I will twist the chest, I will push the chest up, and I will also show some muscles, make the fists like this, because it has this feeling of being tense and very concentrated in that movement and giving the energy to give the speed of the run, okay? And I will start doing that. So I have my chest twisted, and I have also my chest pushed, okay? Now my legs, I will make them stretched, because if I make them stretch them longer, and I will create better this illusion of movement and speed. This foot here is loose, okay? I want it relaxed. This one is a little bit more, it's a bit more rigid. I can even show a bit the sole of this foot. So this is a pose where my character is up. So this means that the ground is not here, okay? I will trace my guidelines. This is my run. This is the back arm. Okay. And since we know that part of this walk, of this run, would be for this leg, we can already make the up for the other part of the movement, and we will focus on twisting the chest, okay, and pushing the chest again as it is, but in the other way, okay, and the arms again also in the opposite. So this leg here is the right leg, is back, will come forward, and the opposite thing will happen to the arms, because they are always opposite, as you know, and we try always to find the equilibrium making opposite things in our animations, okay? So next one. I will leave this on in skinny because it will be easier for me, because what I want is actually replacing this leg and this leg by the opposite legs more or less in the same place. Of course that they will not be exactly the same, but the same for the arms, but will help me to keep the character in the same place. So as you can see here, I'm making more or less in the same positions, and just removing this now. So the chest is also pushed, and I'm trying to keep these muscles visible to transmit that tense feeling. This is my chest, okay? So yeah, I can feel the rotation of the body, right? And a bit the head. Now the legs. I will bring the right leg to the front, and since my back leg is here, you know, I will now make my right leg forward, okay, so I can see a bit the butt, because the hip is turning also. I want to hit the shoulders, okay, a lot, as you can see, but also to rotate the hip. So I'm dragging this foot again, as I did with this one, to give that feeling of speed. As I told you, you see this hip here is coming forward, cleaning this a bit, so I can see a bit the hips twisting also. Okay, that's good. And notice that here I see the sole of this foot here, but here I don't see it because I'm turning the feet inside. So this feet here is turned a bit inside, so that's why we see the sole, but here I don't see it anymore. Okay, you can also make that illusion here if you want. Yeah, so this is the back leg again. Okay, and then we are going to make the in between these two. So this is an 8-frame animation. So in this case, this is the first. I have to leave 1, 2, 3, and this would be, oops, this is F7. Okay, let's make it like this. Okay, so now we need to fill these in-betweens, okay? So what we are going to do next are the downs. So I'm here in this down, you see that the difference here in the chest is like this chest is pushed and it's stretched. Here I'm kind of shrinking the chest, so it's like the weight of the weight that came to that foot and made the body shrink a bit, right? And another thing here that you can see, again, I'm leaving this foot behind and making the arms coming more aligned to the chest, but already making the impulse for the next pose. Here you see that the foot that is on the ground is the back one, and this arm here is coming forward, right? And we can still see here, this is the back arm, okay? So this is up, this is the down, and then the up. So this frame here is not actually here, it's here, okay? And the same thing now here. Let's mirror this pose here. So I'm also inverting the arms, as you can see here. So this arm here, the right arm, was a bit forward, and now I did the same with this back arm here. And this leg again, I'm showing the sole just to make it logical according to this one. So let's check what we have here. Oops, something like this. Whoops, we are playing in 25 frames per second, too fast. Since we are working in 8 frames, cycles with 8 frames. Okay, we are seeing the gaps here, okay? If you want to avoid that, you just need to remove these keyframes, clear keyframes, sorry, not remove, else you will. Okay, now you don't have the blinking. Okay, let's see how it is right now. Have the up and down. Okay, you can increase the up, but I feel like if we increase the up, the speed of the running will be a bit compromised, but let's give it a try. Yeah, it feels maybe too low. No, I will, too slow, sorry. Yeah, I think it's better like this. Yeah. Okay, so now let's again divide this and create more in-betweenings. Now, between these two, the up and the down, and we already know which are these poses. So after this, we will make the contact, and after the contact, we will have this, and after this passing, that is also the down, we will have our kickoff or the passing pose. It depends on the bibliography that you will find. I actually prefer to call it the kickoff. This is the down, again up, and again down. And here what we will have here would be the contact, and then here I'll have the kick off, and the same here, F7, F7, and here kick off. And now as you can see here, I still see my back. Okay, here is I see it more, here I see it less. But another thing is that you see that the difference between up and down is all this, but here I'm holding the character close to the up pose. So I'm holding it there to keep the character more time off the ground. Okay, so I'm really stretching this leg here. Okay, here if you want to show a little bit of the sole, you still can do it. Okay, so I'm holding this pose, as you can see. I changed the arms because the arms are those important elements that we talked to drive the run, and here the arm comes down. Okay, and this arm is coming a bit down. And I'm doing here an arc, okay? And here I'm just rotating the arm like this. Okay. Here it goes down. And notice that I'm holding the arm, so there's this tension here that is given by the energy. It's given by the arm to give the energy. Okay, now then let's mirror now this pose to here. So it will be between these two. Again, it would be a contact like this one, but with the opposite legs. Let's remove it. And okay, once again, what I'm doing here is rotating the chest, okay, and making the same poses for the arms between those two poses. And okay, the only pose missing now is between the down and the up, so let's make the kickoff. So for the kickoff, since I really want to give strength to this leg here to make the up, I'm not making it straight. Okay, you can also make these legs straight, but if you make these legs straight, then you have to make the character closer to the up. Okay, but since I'm holding this strength in this leg here, like giving it more energy, more power. Yes, you can make this character like this and with the leg bend, or you can make this leg straight and closer to the up. Okay, you can try both and see which one you prefer. This is my down pose, sorry, my kickoff pose. This is my kickoff pose. All right. And now let's make the other kickoff. Here I'm making, again, I'm already showing a bit of the back because the next pose I will see the back here. So I'm already showing a bit here this pose. And again, I'm making all the energy arriving from this foot by keeping the character a bit lower. Okay, another kickoff done. Let's see how it looks like. Yeah, okay, so we just need to, there are some things here that bothering me a bit. So this is one of the cases. Okay. Oh, it's better, yes. Okay, so I can see the hips turning, I can see the shoulders turning. I mean, when I mean turning, is like this twist that is happening here. So yeah, this is one of the possible approaches. Try to make now an approach like this one, and good work. Wish you good luck. And the next video that I will bring to you would be related to a jump.